Good morning, day 56, and this is the last day of week number 9. So I am leaving Ricefield Shelter. It is 8:25 a.m., not a bad time, and I don't know what I'm doing today. It's not a hard hike today, terrain-wise, so I'm either going to do 16 to the second shelter or 25 to the third shelter, depending on how I feel and the time of the day. So woke up with a migraine this morning, and the migraine, I think it's from the migraine, but anyway, just really had a hard time eating breakfast, a little nauseous. It's starting to wane a little bit, so hopefully the rest of this migraine will go away. I've been struggling with migraines lately. You know, I sleep with that mandibular advancement device for my sleep apnea, and waking up with migraines is an indication of sleep apnea. And largely that problem has gone away once I got my sleep apnea under control with that device. But a little worrisome that I'm having these morning migraine issues. It tells me maybe there's something not right about my sleep. So I'll have to stay on top of that. Other than that, I feel good. Feet, legs feel great, relatively. So right now, just going through this beautiful meadow. To the north here, this is actually, interestingly, I'm going to turn this around so you can see behind me. This is the vista that I showed in the video from last night, but that actually is West Virginia, because this section here, I'm pretty certain, we're hiking right along the state line. We're in Virginia, but we're real close to West Virginia. So I think that valley over there is actually West Virginia. So anyway, talk to you later. All right, I have made it to Pine Swamp something shelter. Interesting shelter. This is very reminiscent of, in fact, it is exactly the same as a shelter that I saw south of here that I did not stay at, with the double platform on the bottom, single platform at top, and a fireplace right in the center. Very cool. Okay, so I just crunched the numbers, and it's actually 12.5 miles to this shelter from the shelter I stayed at last night. So I got here at 12:40 something. So I crunched the numbers, and actually I'm doing really, really well. It's a little better than 2.9 miles an hour. So I was a little worried because there were sections of this trail that was just really poorly maintained. Trees were down, and there were sections that were very rocky. But where I could, I knew I was hiking fast. So all in all, I'm doing pretty good. So I'll get down to this next shelter, which is just a little less than 4 miles away. They're very close together. It's the other thing. This part of the country, they're not spaced out very well. But I think that has more to do with the water sources being you know, kind of iffy. But let me get to this next shelter and see how I feel. And chances for doing 25 miles a day to get to the third shelter are looking pretty good. Bye. All right, this is a big bridge over Stony Creek. There's some peeps I know. All right. So, yeah, this is a big bridge. Holy cow! It turns. Stony Creek. Cool. All right, then we come out on this road. All right, I have made it to Bailey Gap Shelter, and it's just a few minutes before 3. 4 miles from the last shelter is all it was, and I did not do this one as fast. That was a hard 4 miles, especially the last mile and a half, straight uphill. So, but it's downhill from here, so I need to make a decision. All right, I have arrived to Spur Shelter, home for tonight. All right, so I'm going down to get some water. I just finished eating, and I am really crashing fast. I'm tired. So, 25 miles a day. That is a personal record for the AT, and ties my all-time personal record. I'm pretty sure I did 25 miles on the Sheltowee Trace one day. So yeah, big day today. And what I'm really happy about is how good I feel physically. I mean, my uh, no sprains, things like that, debilitating the aches and pains, just the normal chronic aches and pains. Oh, on a negative note, I did find out today that my Uncle Walter passed away in Germany. He was my mom's step foster brother, but was as much a blood uncle as any. A very magnetic, powerful personality, and I really liked him. So I was sad to hear that. He was been struggling with lung cancer, and it came back, and I guess it got him this time. Um, so, but other than that, uh, everything's going pretty well. I guess that's it for tonight. This is Wagner von Vonderweg. Guten Nacht. Hey, guten Morgen. Day 57, and it is the first day of week number 9, I think. So it is just a few minutes after 8, and I am leaving War Spur Shelter. Good time for me. So I only aspire to do a little over 18 today, which should be a piece of cake after that big 25-mile day yesterday. Oh, and even better news. So I felt good last night, and this morning I slept well, didn't cramp up, and I feel really good this morning. So in spite of a big day yesterday. So yeah, the 18 and a half mile day today should be a cakewalk, even though it's a tougher trail, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of elevation. So anyway, that's it. Check in later. All right, so this is Kelly Knob. I'm gonna see if I can rock hop over there and get a view. Uh-oh. Don't want to misstep there. I'm gonna put the phone up for a minute. Well, it's mostly obscured by trees, but a little bit of a view over there. Nothing spectacular. So this is Laurel Creek Shelter. Just stopping in to say hi. Going through another one of those nice pastures, farmland. Gorgeous. It's a really nice day. Just going through the tall grass. But it's just more of these rolling meadows. I've been seeing some big piles of rocks on this trail, but that's someone put a lot of time and effort into that. That's pretty serious. But yeah, like here's a couple more examples. Pretty trail here, by the way. I'm up on I can't remember the name of this mountain, Sinking Spring Mountain, I think. I'm getting real close to Sarver Gap Shelter. Yeah, see these piles of rocks. So I guess years ago, farmers had this area cleared. That's my guess. And those are the rock piles. There's some more over there. There's bunches of them. All right. Yeah, there's a few more. You can tell it's neatly stacked, and then it just kind of the top kind of toppled over. Another one. They're just all over the place. There's one that's totally collapsed. All right, I skipped Sarber's Gap Shelter. It was 4/10 of a mile down at what looked like a steep hill. That's where a water source was, though. There's no other water until I get to the next shelter, Niday Shelter, which is where I pretty much resigned myself to staying. I mean, that's an 18.4 mile day today. Plenty good after doing 25 yesterday. Thought I might be able to catch someone at the shelter after that, but that ain't gonna happen. So yeah, a little short on water, but I think I got enough to get me to the next shelter. I'll be thirsty, but it's downhill and it's cooling off, so we'll be all right. All right, it is 4:30 exactly, and I have finished an 18.5-mile trek today and made it to Niday shelter. And I think this is going to be it for tonight.